All right, today's video, you'll see that we're finally getting around to upgrading our pontoon boat. We're installing actually 3 more seats, 2 swivels and 1 butt seat. So guys, comment and let me know what you think. Before long, we'll be firing up the Sawmill. We've got a major home remodel project in line for my daughter. I'll be cutting seals, floor joists, and flooring for her. And so guys, stick around and check all of our videos out. We got the pontoon boat here set up at the shop. I'm gonna go ahead and well, I hope that fits. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead today and try to install our boat seats in it. So that's what we're working on. I'll show you a sneak peek of what we've got going on here. It's kind of a continuation of what we were already looking at. But this is that pontoon boat that I purchased, and we stripped the deck completely free of all the stuff that came with it. And you see I already installed 1 boat seat there. Folks, this boat makes a great fishing rig. We have that 10-acre lake down the road we call our hideaway. And so I'm going to put 1, 2, 3 more seats in it, kind of across from each other, catty corner. And in the rear, I'm going to put what they call a butt seat where I can operate the trolling motor from the back, because I fish back there at the very back. Anyway, I'll get it going here in a minute. I'm going to get all my tools together, get everything, be sure I've got enough bolts, and get this project underway. All right, come over here to my tool truck. And normally I keep an assortment of bolts. You live way out here in the country. Well, I say way out here, we only live about 7-8 miles out of town. But I'll be sure I got enough bolts to install these seats. That will go through the floor. The thing about this boat, it's an all aluminum deck, all aluminum frame, aluminum floats. And guys, that makes for a nice boat. I don't have to worry about changing any rotten boards on it. So yeah, you know, I'm gonna have to count these up, because I've got quite a few bolts it's gonna take to mount that. So let's see what we got. All right, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give you a little view of the underneath side of the boat here. And you can see it's got aluminum decking. And I tell you what, that is nice. I can drill holes anywhere in it, put my bolts in there, mount my seats. But I was about to buy one that had a wood deck, and he said the wood needed replaced. That would have been a major job in of itself. So I was thankful to find this one that's built out of all aluminum. A little mud under there. But again, guys, great little fishing rig for kind of a fishing, what we call our fishing deck. But anyway, let me get on. Well, I just came upon something funny, y'all. My wife was looking everywhere for her drink. And there it is on the bump of the truck. That is so funny. And I drove back here from up there at the house with it riding right there. All right, unfortunately, this video may be a little shaky, this part right here, because what I'm doing, we've got the boat, pontoon boat, pulled up in the up under the shed here partly, and so it's a little unstable, but I think it's going to be fine. I think we've decided to mount this about 29 inches from the side there, kind of line it up with this right here, go 29 inches. Unfortunately, I have got a dead battery. So that means we're going to go get a different, well, dang it, I didn't know the battery was dead. Go put that on charge and find a different drill. Okay, back to the drawing board. All right, we found another drill. I went and got my wife's little drill because my extra battery was dead. So I went and got hers. And we're gonna go ahead and proceed with our project here. This is really pretty easy. Just a matter of getting your tools set up. That's the biggest thing. It takes so long to get everything set up. I'll come back and blow these little shivers of aluminum off. I'm gonna go ahead and get this one mounted. Let me grab these bolts. What I'll do in a little bit, I'll go underneath the boat trailer with the nuts, the washers and the nuts, and put that on there. So we set that back 29 inches from the wall there. That's a pretty nice setup. We'll do the same here, 29 inches. Bring down a little bit there. Hopefully we'll be as fortunate to that hole pretty easy. That was pretty easy, guys. Getting those drilled in there without a problem. Now to mount my butt seat, or the seat that you just kind of lean on, I will have to go to town and get my hole saw. I thought I had my hole saw out here, but I don't. So that's going to require unfortunately a motorbike ride in town. Boy, that's kind of hard there. Yeah, those line up nice. One more here, guys, and we'll go under the trailer of the boat. Now the reason why I pulled the boat out of the water, because I do have to go underneath it, and it would it'd have been hard to wade through the mud wade through the mud and get them bolts on. So it's pretty easy up here on dry land. As you saw the earlier video of me and having to put a receiver hitch on the boat trailer because it was broken off when I bought it. But guys, this has really turned out to be a very nice setup for our little fishing pond over there. And basically, I've been mostly standing up. Had this regular old yard chair in here, but now that we see that it's so stable fishing, and that little 55 thrust trolling motor pulls it great across the water. So anyway, and the butt seat will go over here. So I'm gonna go ahead underneath the boat now, and we're gonna bring the camera under the boat and look at putting the nuts, washers and nuts on under there. All right, I can get 2 nuts on that one. It's not too bad. Get under here. I do have some washers, some big flat washers, and those are carriage head bolts. So they actually, on the upper deck side, they go into the base of the boat pedestal, and it has a slot so the carriage head will not turn once you start tightening down on it. I just don't know if this socket is going to be deep enough. And I did get the bolts long enough so I could, if it did happen to hit this ridge, I would be able to negotiate that. But the more I look, I may end up having to get a box in wrench to tighten those there down. I'm positive I will. That's no big deal. Get the washer on there. Go ahead and get them all loosely started before I start tightening them down. Just get them all kind of loosely started. Like I say, I'm so glad I ended up finding an all aluminum boat. You know, guys, I have a sawmill. I love working with wood, but man, when you mix wood and moisture, you get yourself a combination for rot or weather. You know, if you stuck up out in the weather, you know, I can get these here without a problem. No, I can't get that one. That's all right. Put a couple more flat washers on these. Get the nuts started, and I'm gonna have to use over there and get a box in wrench because I can't this plate or this angle line comes down. So it's preventing me from getting the socket on there. That's all right. I can pretty much hand tighten most of the threads. And then oh yeah, that's working well. Just takes a minute. I ain't getting in any hurry. I just realized something. Some of these carriage head bolts I think were longer. I guess when I put them in there, I had them mixed in the bag. I didn't realize that, which it doesn't matter. I've got room to tighten them. Just a lot of thread hanging out. But again, I did that in case I hit one of those braces. I would have room so the boat would go all the way through. So it's going to tighten up. It's no problem. That's what I'm having to deal with here. Well, that breeze feels good today. We got a little Easter snap recently. Down here in southern Mississippi, we're hot. Uh-oh. That fell out of the way. But anyway, we have hot weather down here, and I am thankful for any coolness we get because I can always add a jacket or a pair of gloves or, you know, a warm hat or something. But goodness, once it gets hot, you're just hot. No matter how much you take off, you're just hot. Hey, part of southern living, part of living in the deep south. We're about, we're just a little bit over 100 miles from the Gulf. road-wise, we're only about 2 hours and 10 minutes from New Orleans, Louisiana, about an hour north of Baton Rouge, a little rural county in Mississippi across the state line. So you know our temperatures are hot down here. Okay, got that one. Pick up this other drop. We're gonna get these other ones, and now on my butt seat, I'm going to actually have to. I had to go. That's why I went to town, pick up a few things, but I also needed a hole saw because the base of that butt seat has a large piece that goes down in the hole. Here comes my daughter and my granddaughter. Hey! Hey! I don't think they saw me. I'm under the boat. Not hiding, but... Hey, Aaron. You can't hear. These are going on pretty nice. Hey! 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 Never heard him. That's funny. Look at the pawpaw. I definitely have to have a box end wrench because I won't let that such a long stud there. Man, this worked great. We'll go back up top in a little while and I'll show you the pedestals will mount it. Fit in there really nice. This is a lot easier doing it on land. Because I did that first one in the water while I was on the boat trailer. And I was doing everything I could to keep from sliding in the water. But I would have had to get completely, this would have been hard down in the water. I'm so glad I got the boat out yesterday. Tightened up with a box in because this deep socket is not quite. I did put a really big washer, even though it's pretty solid on there. I put a big washer on there just to secure it against that aluminum floor. And even though it's got some good ribs on it, that would be better to yeah, that's done nice. Okay, let's head out and get a box end wrench. Alright, so the end results are we got a swivel seat mounted here. Of course, this was the original one mounted up here. Got the other one mounted there, so we're fixed up pretty good. And then I will mount mine, I call it butt seat, back here on the pedestal, because I stand up mostly, but it'll be really nice. Well, I don't know what happened. I thought I was recording me actually installing this plate, but when I just checked, it wasn't recording. So anyway, basically this worked the same way. This does have 6 bolts in it, so it's in there pretty secure. I guess because it's up taller and it actually can extend, can extend to be taller. Because basically this is what they call a in the slot here. Okay. There, okay. That's what you call a butt seat. So I'm sorry guys, I thought that was recording, but it's kind of redundant. You'd kind of seen what I was doing. So I'm gonna go ahead and mount the bottom plate onto the butt seat here. I'll kind of show you how that works. I just noticed something. That says front. I don't get it. It's the same all the way around, but you know what? They may know something I don't know because I did not design it. They did. So we're just going to unscrew again these Phillip head screws out of here, and they are. I did notice that they do have a screw inside that plastic or whatever kind of material that is. So that's good. Because I was afraid if it was just threads drilled into this plastic or this composite material, it would strip out. That's a fair amount of pressure on these things. But anyway, so we're about to get this mounted. And guys, when we get this, I think we want to head to the lake or our hideaway. We call it our hideaway. It's a little place we own down the road with about a 10-acre pond on it. Some really nice bass fishing in it that we enjoy. And so this just, once you get it bolted on, and again, always get every bolt or nut started before you tighten them down, because you may have to wiggle something. And if you tighten them down before you get them all started, you may have to loosen them back up to adjust it. Just a little hint. Won't make you or break you, may just save you a little time. A little time and a little effort, guys. It's best to do it right the first time and be done with it. That's my philosophy anyway, most of the time. I've been in a hurry before. Took a shortcut and ended up having to redo it. I got a mess to clean up. I'm gonna take my blower, blow it out. I may actually pressure washer this thing before we carry it back to the lake. So anyway, guys, this is the butt stool or butt seat. It just pops in there. And the way this thing is designed, you just kind of rest yourself a little bit when you're fishing. Take the weight off your legs a little bit. It's not designed to lay back on, obviously, but it's just to take a little, just taking the weight off your legs. And again, it's adjustable. And I operate the trolling motor from back here, so I can just step right here and operate it. I'd actually ordered a remote control trolling motor, and those things were kind of expensive, but I found one online. Thought I found me a deal. It was $700-800, so obviously it was a cheaper one. I put it on the back of the boat and I hung the remote around my neck here, and we made a trip or two with it, and I thought, wow, this is gonna be pretty neat. And all of a sudden I'm heading back to the boat dock and the thing won't turn off. And so I'm having to make circles all around the lake. It didn't have a manual override back there. It had no switches, no off and on switch, no manual override, no handle. It was just a remote. So I finally got it cut off, and that was it. You know what? That was disturbing, because I said, if this thing brand new does that, what's it going to do when it gets a little age on it? So I said, well, we'll try it. Maybe it was a quirk. So I went back and tried it one more time, and the dumb thing wouldn't turn. It would turn off and on, but wouldn't turn. So I said, you know what? I better get rid of this thing while it's still under warranty. It took a little while to get my refund back, but I packed it up, had the original package, packed it up, explained to them what it was, sent it back, and I think we purchased it through Amazon. They're pretty good about standing behind their stuff. Used to be anyway. And got my money back, and my brother, he's a pastor of our church. He has a friend, Mr. Henry, and Mr. Henry, a big fisherman through the years. He had a 55-pound thrust trolling motor he had given my brother. My brother has a fancy boat. He didn't want a manual trolling motor. He wanted one of those foot control jobs. So he just stuck it on the shelf. When Mr. Henry found out what had happened to me, he told my brother, well, why don't you give Joe that trolling motor? because you're not using it, and it works perfect on this 21 foot, 24 foot, whatever it is, pretty long pontoon boat. And I mean, not in high winds or anything, but for our pond fishing, it works great. But anyway, let me show you a picture of kind of what these seats look like. Guys, it's a mess in here, sorry about that. So again, that's the butt seat. And here's a swivel seat here. Got it folded down, obviously. That's a swivel seat. Got a swivel seat here. Someone else. And like I say, this boat is big, y'all. It's plenty of room. It's so stable on the water. It's actually probably more stable on the water than it is right here, me walking around. So it's amazing how stable it is. And so here's a picture from this angle. Front seat here, second seat, third seat, and way back in the back corner is my butt seat. All right, guys. Well, I think we're gonna clean this boat up and hook it up and head to the lake. Over and out for now.
Okay, it's ready to go back in the water again. This is going to be very nice fishing with this, all the seats in there. A beautiful day to get in the lake too, or the pond. It'll be much easier getting back in the water than it was yesterday. Getting out of the water, trying to get on this trailer. Uh-oh, I'm getting a little bit, sorry about that.
Well, we got the boat back in the pond. We had one little issue. When we were bringing the boat down the road, we live on a gravel road out here. Like I say, this little lake's about 3 miles from my house. The boat bounced forward just a little bit. And when I was backing down into the pond, the stopper on the boat, I guess the thing the boat rests against, when the back of the boat came up, it pushed the front down and it bent my gate a little bit and pulled one of the hinges loose. So I did put a self-tapping screw in it to help it, but anyway, I'm gonna probably have to straighten that out a little bit better. Guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, and share. Let us know if you have any comments. Again, down here at Deep South Life 101 in Southern Mississippi, we have a lot of things going on. You'll see us posting anywhere from bulldozing to tractor work to sawmilling to just all kind of things, motorbike riding. So anyway, again, please like and share. And my wife did end up enjoying it. Actually, we went on fishing after we did this, and they were not biting well. She caught a couple, I caught a couple. But anyway, thank you.